So what are you looking for? You are looking for the n. All right, so what we can do now, we can go to our general equation. Is negative n squared minus 3n plus 5 is equal to negative 299. All right, so therefore, having that, we need to take this to the other side. Negative n squared negative 3n plus 5 plus 2. All right, guys, let's look at this question here. It was a question on number pattern. I think this is from a past paper, from a Free State past paper, South African NSC exam. So let's look at this one. It says here, the first three patterns of a linear number pattern are given by m plus 1, m squared plus m, 3m squared minus m minus 4. All right, so therefore this will be term 2, this will be term 3, since we're dealing with number patterns. So they said the first question says determine the values of m. All right, so what do we do when it comes to this one? This is already told us it's a linear pattern. We know very well that from a linear pattern, we know that T2 minus T1 should be equal to T3 minus T2. All right, so let's go ahead and start. M squared plus 1 plus m is T2 negative m plus 1, all in brackets, is equals to m3, which is 3m squared minus m minus 4, all in bracket, negative m squared plus m. All right, let's simplify here. M squared plus m minus 1, all is equals to 3m squared minus m minus 4 minus m squared minus m. All right, m and m would cancel out. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, record.
Okay.
M and m would cancel out. Therefore, what do you have got? M squared minus 1. It's equals to 3m squared minus m squared is going to give us 2m squared. Therefore, m minus m and minus m will give us minus 2m. Then here we've got minus 4 at the end here. Okay, great stuff. So now what we can do, we can take everything to that side, then we solve for m. So it's going to be 2m squared. Then we bring this one this side, is going to give us minus m squared. Therefore we've got minus 2m minus 4. Then we bring the one that side, is going to give us plus 1. It's equal to 0. So therefore here we're going to be left with m squared minus 2 minus 2m negative 3 is equals to 0. This is a trinomial. Then to factorize a trinomial, we know what to do. We've got an m there, we have got an m there, two numbers. It's going to be negative 3 plus 1. Therefore m is equal to negative 1, or m is equal to 3. All right, and then that's how you would deal with this one. Now let's move on to 2.1.2. It says that determine the value of the first three terms if when m is greater than 0. If m is greater than 0, therefore it means m is equal to 3. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna have to substitute into our original. First term was m plus 1, and therefore the next term, I'm substituting them here, guys. I'm just substituting them here. 3 squared plus 3, and therefore the third term would be 3 into 3 squared minus 3 minus 4. Okay, and then the first term here would have to be 4, and then the second term here with 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 3 gives us 12, and then the next term here would be 20. And that's how you would deal with a question like this one. Let's move on to 2.2. Remember, look at the marks, guys. Take your time. You can see me here. I followed all the steps accordingly. I didn't skip anything, so don't rush yourself. Let's move on to 2.2. All right, 2.2, this says here, the question says the pattern 1 minus 5 minus 13 minus 23 is such that the second difference is constant. So already, what are they saying to us? They are saying to us what you have here right before us is a quadratic pattern. So they are saying here, determine the fifth term in this pattern. Okay, let's come here and have a look. 2.2.1. I'm gonna have 1 minus 5 minus 13 and then minus 23. All right, let's look at this one here. Easy, straightforward, guys. To say minus 5 minus 1 is going to give us negative 6, minus 13 minus 5, which is going to be minus 13 plus 5, which is going to be minus 13 plus 5. Let me check. Minus 13 plus 5 is going to give us minus 8. And therefore, what do we have here? Negative 23 plus 13, negative 23. Oh, negative 23 plus 13 is going to give us minus 10. All right. So therefore, we need something here in order to get that number there. In order to get that number there. So now we just need to add negative 12 there, because this one they're increasing by 2. So therefore we can already see that here we have got this plus this will give us negative 35. So therefore this will be our answer. This is our fifth term. This is our fifth. Okay. This is our fifth term, guys. There you go. And we already done it. So as we can see here, the second different, it should be negative, plus is going to be negative 2. All here is going to be negative 2, guys. There you go. Negative 2. So that's how you would deal with a question like this one. It's only for 1 mark. So we did that diagram. We're not wasting our time. It's going to help us in the questions to follow. The next question, 2.2.2. It says here, determine the general term of the pattern. So the general term of the pattern of the quadratic equation is given by Tn. It's equals to na squared plus bn plus c. So we must find all these values here. What I'm going to do now, we need to find the value of A, B, and C. What is known that is that I'm going to need a different color here. What I normally do with my learners, this is how I would do it. Let me change the color here so that you guys can see. We need to know these things here. We need to know that this term here is equals to 2A. And then therefore this term here, which is negative 6, this one here is equals to 2A. This one here, it's going to be given by 3A plus B. These are the things that are not on the formula sheet, guys, so please take note. A plus B plus C is equals to this term here. So guys, if you master this, no question will be difficult for you when it comes to quadratic. I'm going to continue with a blue marker so that you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. So now let's have a look at this one here. It says here, what are we looking at? So A, so 2A would be equals to negative 2. So therefore divide everything by 2 here, which ultimately gives us a negative 1. All right. So therefore we already have A. So in this equation here, 3A plus B, it's equals to negative 6. I'm taking it from here, guys. So we already know what is A. A is negative 1. There you go. Plus B, it's equal to negative 6. So it means now we're looking for B. So we're going to take 3 times negative 1 is going to be negative 3. We take it to the other side, is going to give us positive 3. So therefore b will be equal to -6 plus 3 is equals to -3. Therefore we come to this equation now. We already have a and b. So a plus, please take note, a plus b plus c is equals to 1. So we already know what is negative, what is a here. A is -1. We know what is b. B is -3 plus c. So we are looking for c in this time around. -1 and -3 will give us -4. When we take it to the other side, is going to give us +4. Therefore c is equal to 5. Therefore with this, it means now our equation will be Tn, it's equal to -n squared, because a is -1, and therefore b is -3n, and therefore c is going to be +5. All right, that's it for 4 marks, guys, and that should be the question that described this quadratic pattern. All right, great stuff. So moving right along, let's move on to 2.2.3. 2.2.3 said which term of the pattern has a value of -29. Okay, which number? So they are just asking us which term has -299. So what are you looking for? You are looking for the n. All right, so what we can do now, we can go to our general equation. Is -n squared minus 3n plus 5 is equal to -299. All right, so therefore having that, we need to take this to the other side. -n squared -3n plus 5 plus 299 is equals to 0. Okay, so -n squared -3n, when you add this together, is going to give us +304. Close and multiply everything with a negative, because we can't factorize with this negative here, guys. So it's going to be n plus 3 and -304. Okay, now you look for two factors. When you multiply them together, they give us 304. I have randomly checked, guys. This is a very big factor, but what you can do, you can use quadratic formula to find these terms here, because I also struggled a little bit with this one. But basically it's going to be 16 and 19. So therefore our n would be equals to 16, or n is equals to -19. It can never be negative, therefore n is equals to 16. All right, and then now let's have a look at, okay, let me rather write here n is equals to 16. Okay, I'm gonna remove it here for the sake of space, so that I can be able to write 2.2.4 here. All right, let's move on. 2.2.4. 2.2.4. Last question on this question is said determine the maximum value of the pattern. All right, so we know that the formula of the pattern is given by this -3 and plus 5. So now you know that if it's given by this, so the best way to find the maximum, this is a quadratic or a parabola. So what you do in a parabola, when you have to find the turning point, you go and say, okay, no, x will be equals to -2a. So we already know what is b in this case. Our b is -3. We already know our a is what? What is a in this case is going to be -1. Okay, so our maximum value here is going to be 3/2. All right, so that's our maximum value, guys. I'm not sure if you really necessary you have to look for the y value. You have to look for the y value in this case. I'm not sure, but that's our x value. So if we want, you can substitute it back here, which will give us 9, and then we can substitute it back there. But ultimately this is how you would do it, and if you were to look for the y value, you will find that it's equals to 1. So your maximum value in this case would have to be equal to 1. I am Gaston Mapala. Let me see you on the next upload.